Hello YouTube and welcome to my new setup. Now I know it looks very blank for now. That is going to change in the near future, hopefully. But that is not what today's video is about. I don't know about you, but I love myself some gossip. So today we are going on Reddit and judging whether people are the asshole or not. Okay, let's go! Am I the asshole for refusing to apologize for slapping my boyfriend when he smashed our birthday cake to my face? I feel like this is such a thing that happens with like cakes at parties, and it's so unnecessary. Like, I feel like 99% of the time the person that's getting the cake in their face is not happy about it. So why are we still doing that? Why is that a thing? My female 34 boyfriend, Charles, male 38, oh my god, he got named in the story. She's pissed. Celebrate our birthdays together. This year, I contributed a small private room at a restaurant and we invited 11 people. 4 of them are my local friends. The rest are his family members. I wanted to celebrate a new achievement in my career and thought it would be great to just splurge a little and get some delicious food. I had agreed to pay for half of the food aside from having rented the small space myself. Oh, okay, so she rented the restaurant room and pays for half the food, and he pays only for the other half of the food, and then has the audacity to smash a cake in her face? That's crazy. We had issues last year because I felt that he was doing low effort things, while I always did my best to give him a nice birthday celebration. We have an income gap, but it wasn't even about money. I was making less money last year and I still made things work for him. The thing is as well, putting effort in doesn't mean putting a lot of money in, you know? You can put a lot of effort into a gift or like a surprise for someone without having to spend like an insane amount of money. If you know someone, you will find something that is in your price range that they will really like, you know? So this year he took care of inviting people, paid for the cake, and got me a spice rack as a present, which I loved. Okay, nice. So he bought the cake. Interesting. I made myself pretty, got my eyebrows and eyelashes done, and had my hair done. This is what the problem is usually, you know? Especially when it's like a person that wears a lot of makeup or just like really cares about how they look on their day. You're gonna ruin that if you smash the cake in their face. Her makeup is probably ruined after that, which sucks. We were told to pose and pretend to blow the candles because I didn't want to blow our germs on the cake. Then we each had a picture alone with the cake. When it was my turn, I was holding the cake. Woody pushed my face towards the cake, so I tried to fight it. His family started cheering, and he arched over my body and forced me to bend over until my face smashed the cake. My friends tried to get him off me, and he resorted to plastering cake and frosting on my hair. I am sorry? I thought it was like, oh, like we're doing like we're feeding each other a piece, and it's like, oh, I'll put it in your face, you know? Which I feel like people would be more okay with than this, because he was just straight up violent. Like, after she's not wanting to do it, pushing her down with force, and then continuing to smash more all over her hair. Like, you can get it out of your face so much more easy than out of your hair, especially if you have long hair. That's crazy. I don't need to describe the mess because I'll never be able to end this post, but I ended up slapping him when he attempted to do it again? You're joking. His mother got up and she got into an argument with one of my guests. I had to cross the main floor with cake all over my face to use the restroom. When I looked in the mirror, I had cake on my neck and my blouse had red and blue coloring that didn't come off. I had to wash my face and got my hair in a bun because it looked less messy that way. Oh my god. I feel so bad for her. That sucks. What the hell? He's just ruined the entire rest of the evening for her. When I came back, his family were all long faces. I told him what he did was unacceptable, and he said it was just a joke, that everybody has done that for ages, and that me slapping him just ruined my image in front of his family. And him, like, aggressively pushing her and, like, ruining her day didn't ruin his image? Insanity to me. My friends wanted to treat me to having dinner elsewhere, but I wasn't comfortable with my appearance. Understandable. So understandable. I would feel so uncomfortable if I had like sugary cake all over my hair and then like had to go into a public space. Charles had to pay for half of the remaining bill and got charged a cleaning fee. I still love him, but I'm clear that I'll never be able to forgive him. We talked about it and I ended things. He's convinced that I never loved him. He acknowledged that what he did was wrong, but it's adamant that his family hates me for slapping him and that it's my fault. I told him that he ruined not only our birthday, but also my way to celebrate my career milestone. Yeah, she had 2 things she was celebrating. So rude. I've worked very hard to get where I am, and this behavior showed me what my future will look like. So good of her to leave at that point, honestly. Like, my first thought was as well, damn, she broke up with him like immediately after because of that. But honestly, yeah, I feel like that is so understandable. Like, it sounds like they've been together for a while. I feel like you would have to know that, you know, looking good on that day would be important to her. And then at the latest would have had to notice from her body language that this is not okay with her. And honestly, if he's not respecting her boundaries over such a small thing, it's better that she leaves, you know? Because what if he just continues crossing these boundaries because he gets no bad feedback, he gets no bad reaction from that? Yeah, I'm gonna vote not the asshole. Hey, by the way, if you're not subscribed yet, you should go and do that. I make some funny videos. I might be posting some vlogs soon if you're interested in that. Also, don't forget to like this video so I see that you enjoyed it and you maybe want to see some more of this type of videos. Okay, back to it now. Am I the asshole for not taking my ex-wife back after she left me for an alpha male? I am so excited to read this. Let's read what type of alpha male we've got at hand here. I had been with my ex for 7 years, married for 5. Oh yeah, it does say ex-wife. I don't know why I was shocked that they were married. It felt like love at first sight and everything felt so natural when we met. After about 2 years of dating, we decided to tie the knot. Not soon after, we welcomed our baby boy. Oh, they've got children. He was a pandemic baby, so my wife ended up quitting her job while I continued working as a line cook and started doing Uber Eats on the side. After things went a bit back to normal, my wife told me she doesn't want to be one of those women who lose their passion after settling down. So she went back to finish law school and take her bar. Good for her! I like that. Of course, I wholeheartedly supported her and we tried to make it work. After she passed, she immediately got hired at a firm downtown. With the help of her friend, Dumbo, 33 female. This is where the problem started. From the get-go, my wife began making good money. Good enough that she told me to quit my job and take care of our son full-time as she won't have the time. I said no, I loved my job. Cooking was my passion and I even worked on my way up to full-fledged chef. Good job, congrats. My biggest regret in our marriage had to have been her talking me into leaving. Oh my god, he didn't stand his ground. That sucks, honestly. Like, especially because she made the point earlier that she doesn't want to give up on her passion just because she settled down. I feel like she definitely should have collaborated more in that situation. That sucks for him. Slowly our marriage began deteriorating. I can't say the word. Deteriorating. Got it. As she started to pull away. She'd work long hours and barely spend any time with us. She'd go out drinking to network with her work colleagues on weekends, sometimes even going out of town. At home, she'd always just be pissy with me. It's like her personality did a complete 180. That's crazy. And that must be so, like, strange as well. Like, because obviously you love the person, but it feels like they were replaced by, like, an alter ego or something. Our intimacy became almost non-existent. After going through therapy, I can now see that I am to blame as well. Okay. I should have communicated better and shared how I felt. Yeah, okay, you know what? I think that's also a good point to bring up. Obviously, you know, as I'm judging these posts, I only see a very small part of the picture. So I'm judging off of what these people are telling me. Obviously, there's always two sides to a story. One day, she finally came up to me and asked for a divorce. I wasn't surprised. I felt everything was eventually going to lead up to this. But still, I didn't want to give up. I asked if she's sure about this or if she wants to make it work. I recommended couples counseling or temporary separation. She declined both those offers and told me she found someone else. Girl, that's crazy. She told me it's some partner at her firm. Haha, when did my life become a Korean rom-com? Oh no, it actually is. I'm so sorry. She told me that he invited her out a couple times and showed her the life of luxury she deserves. Oh my god, she was living in a K-drama. Honestly, at this point, who can blame her? No, I'm kidding. Oh my god. She called me feminine for being a stay-at-home dad while his wife was working hard and bringing home the money. She suggested that? What? That's insane. She told me this new guy is an alpha male who knows a woman's needs and how to take care of her. There's no way. You're saying this as a woman? Girl. Be so real with me right now. That's insane. She bragged about how tall and muscular he is, how he has a real job, and took her on weekend getaways that she told me were work related. And here's the kicker, he's such a man, he doesn't want to make things official until me and her are separated. I am so happy that apparently she came crawling back, which I think we're about to read, because that is straight up karma. Oh my god, that poor man, he gave up his passion, he gave up his job, he gave up his independency for her and their child and their life together, and she's just like using that as an excuse to leave him. That is insane. After she left, I cried my eyes out for 2 weeks hoping she'd call and come back. I don't know. I didn't love her anymore, but life without her felt so scary. The only thing that kept me going was my son. I knew I couldn't turn to the bottle or go down this dark path because of him. Great job him, honestly, on that. The worst part about this was I felt like I had no support system. On social media, everyone was praising her for being the strong, independent woman who broke free of some metaphoric shackles. Like I was some villain holding her back. And not a single person messaged me on how I'm doing. And thank God they didn't, because this is what made me want to try therapy, and I haven't looked back since. For all those that are unsure about therapy, I'm telling you, it works. It definitely does, but I feel like the thing that a lot of people leave out when they're talking about this is therapy will only help you if you are willing to get better. You will need to put in a lot of effort as well. But if you do want to get better, then I can only recommend it. Now fast forward to this week, I received a phone call from an unknown number, and when I picked it up, it was my ex on the other line bawling. She told me how her alpha male boyfriend found someone else, and she's too afraid to confront him because he's a partner at her firm. She finally explained her perspective and how everything led up to this point. Huh. What a shocker. He found someone else. But I'm really excited to see like what her POV is, or how she's like justifying her actions in any way. Basically, my ex has admittedly always been really pretty and a social butterfly. After she had her son and the pandemic hit, she felt ugly and insecure, even if I told her she was pretty. So I guess when she got her job, she got the validation she wanted. Of course, feeding into those delusions were Dumbo, who recently had divorced her husband and poisoned my ex's thoughts with how I'm a failure as a man, how my ex is way prettier than me and should deserve someone of her standards. Apparently, I'm a beta male who rolls over to stopping her from being free. No. This alpha beta talk is so unserious to me. I cannot believe people genuinely like say that in full seriousness. My ex asked me if we can try again. She told me how much she misses me and how she took me and all I did for her for granted. For example, I always made her lunch in the morning, made sure she's up to date with her pills and so on. She misses those little things. I admit to telling her that I missed her too. And I know our son does for sure, but she did make every decision herself. And what if things worked out with the other guy? I'm not some consolation prize she can come running back to. She cried and told me that she wanted me back a week after she left, but was too prideful to call. I firmly told her no and hung up. Since then, my phone's been blowing up from friends and family that I'm heartless, that my wife was vulnerable and taken advantage of, and instead of picking up the pieces and helping her, I'm always leaving her to fend for herself. It seems, from what he's saying, obviously, as I already said, we can only go off of what he is telling us, if this is all true. He seemed to have been super supportive, like giving her compliments, giving her like this stable person at home to come back to and always like be there for her. And then it is at some point also just yourself that you can blame. You cannot always be depending on another person for your own self-worth. You need to know yourself, and you need to know what you're worth. And you cannot blame anyone else for your own insecurities that you are making up in your own head. At some point, it's just your own issue, and you need to work that out with yourself. Anyways, once again, I would like to say, not the asshole. We've got a short one for the last one. Am I the asshole for refusing to do my boyfriend's laundry after he told his mom I don't do anything around the house? Is this a mama's boy story? Because I don't know if I'm prepared for that, I can't lie. So I, 26 female, live with my boyfriend, 28 male. We've been together for 3 years, living together for 1. We both work full time, but I also cook, clean, do laundry, grocery shop, handle bills, take care of our cat. Jesus. Does he do anything? He'll sometimes take out the trash or wash a dish, but that's about it. He literally just got into a relationship with another mom. I feel like some people aren't aware that it's called a partnership because you're supposed to work together. Last weekend, we visited his parents for dinner. Out of nowhere, his mom says to me, "So what do you actually do around the house?" Boyfriend's name says, "You're not really the domestic type." You're joking. I literally just blinked at her. I laughed awkwardly and said, "Well, if by not domestic you mean I do everything, then sure." She didn't even laugh. He looked embarrassed but didn't say a single word to defend me. As he should. He should be embarrassed. He should be so embarrassed. A grown man, 28. This man is pushing 30, not doing anything around the house. Excuse me? You are a full-grown adult. And if you already have the audacity to not do anything around the house and just let your partner do all of it, do not go to your mother telling her that your partner doesn't do anything. On the way home, I asked him what that was about, and he said, "I just meant you don't really enjoy housework." Dude, who does? Literally, no one enjoys housework. No one does. And the fact that she's still doing all of it, even though she doesn't like it, should tell you something. I was mad. He apologized lightly and said it was just a joke. So I decided to take a little break from his laundry. I like where this is going. I stopped doing his clothes completely. Didn't say a word, just folded mine and left his in the basket. A week passed. Then 2. I could see his pile growing. Finally he asked, "Are you mad again or something? You haven't done my laundry." I feel like I would be so embarrassed going up to my partner and being like, "You haven't done my laundry. You're supposed to do my laundry." Like she's his housemate? Excuse me? I just said, "I thought you said I didn't do anything around the house." So I figured I'd live up to the label. Now he's saying I'm being petty and immature, and even his mom texted me saying I should let it go already. I told her I'd be happy to let it go. Right into the washing machine with the rest of his responsibilities. So, am I the asshole? I'm just already gonna vote before I speak more about this post. You are not the asshole. Absolutely not. Him calling her immature after he does nothing around the house. I honestly hope for her that she either breaks up with him or figures out a way to get him to, how do I say, grow up. But yeah, wow, I honestly got upset for these people at the end, but I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Not a small one, a big one, please. Give me an alpha male thumbs up if you don't want to be a beta male that stays at home. And also subscribe if you like this video and you want to see some more of my content. I think I will be posting a vlog type thing of me decorating my room because I did a massive deep clean. So if you'd like to stick around for that. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or rest of your night, and I will see you hopefully in the next video. Bye bye!